X is out.
Yeah,
X,
don't do it.
Fry the eggs and eat it for breakfast. Bad.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. The name is Jeannie, and in today's video I have my handsome guest and my beautiful guest. They will introduce themselves, then we can start with today's video. Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. My name is Teresa.
And
my name is Francis Opoku.
guys, you've seen them before. They are not new to this channel, so be nice to them in the comments. So today we decided to do something very different and interesting. We'll be answering relationship dilemma questions. These two amazing people are very knowledgeable when it comes to relationships. We are going to see what they think about these or how they are going to solve it. Do you guys have anything to say before we start answering the questions?
Continue watching Jeannie Mensah's YouTube. Subscribe, like this video, and also share it.
Okay, do you have anything else?
Yeah, what I would say is whatever we discuss here, it's not like it's the final thing to do. It's our opinions. Just respect our opinions.
Thank you. Okay, so the first question is, we have been married for 3 years and have twin girls who are 1 year old. I lost my job due to circumstances and haven't found a new job. A year after birth, my husband was laid off. He hadn't found a job yet and we have been struggling ever since. We haven't told anybody about it, especially extended family, and they have been making demands because they still believe everything is rosy because we had a lavish wedding. Okay, during interviews I was introduced to a CEO of a company who happened to be my ex. My parents hated my ex and did everything to separate us. We love each other very much. Currently he is still single and offered me a job, which is a dream come true. I need this job and I know he will respect me in my marriage and keep his distance. I love my husband and will never cheat on him. I told my husband and he can't seem to trust me. We are starving and surviving on our last savings. I need this job more to assist my family, especially my children. What should I do? That is a lot to process.
This question is very hard because here a marriage is at stake, and here is the case she's going to meet her ex. Because she said this job is her last resort. If it wasn't the last option, I would have advised her not to go for the job. But since this is the only option she has, and because of the kids, I personally will tell her to go for the job. As a lady, you will know if a guy likes you, right? So you go for the job, and if you go and you meet your ex and you see his actions, you definitely know that he is still interested in you. Correct. If you see that, that is a sign for you to quit. Because here is the case, you have kids and your husband doesn't even trust you. If you see that the guy is still interested in you, quit that job and come back home to your husband and your kids. Because your kids, Jenny, your kids' lives matter. The children need both the woman and the man.
Francis, what do you think?
If I was in that situation, I would have liked to ask a whole lot of questions because I would like to be in the man's shoes and ask so many questions. Why is it that he is doubting her? Because if your wife has not given you any reason to doubt her, I don't think he will. I always give advice that if you meet somebody for the first time, never ask about the past, because if you ask about the past, that is who gives you reasons to doubt people. So I would say the husband should trust the wife. If she has not given him any reason to doubt her, I don't think he should. If she was to be my wife, I will allow her to go for the job so that we can survive, but it's going to be on a temporary base, so that as soon as things get well, she needs to move. You don't want your wife to be working with her ex. That is also dangerous.
What Opoku said that I didn't agree to was, the man, is normal for him to react that way. You know, as Africans, you the man, you know that you're supposed to cater for your wife and your family. And here is the case that he feels he cannot do it. This ex has everything. Everything for the wife. So if he's suspicious, even if he trusts the wife, definitely he's human. He will start thinking, what if?
I feel like he's insecure at this point too. As you said, as a man, your responsibility is to take care of the woman, and the man should still try are looking for a job. You are a man, you're supposed to provide. The woman has found a job with the ex, then I believe that she should go for it. And the man, the only thing you can do at this point is to trust her. Because even if the woman doesn't have to take care of you, the woman has to take care of the kids. And this is a situation you both are surviving on your last savings. Please, if you're in America and you don't have money to pay rent, what will you do? You'll be kicked out of the house. What the man can do right now is to trust. All you can do now is trust.
I also want to look at it from the guy's or the husband's view, because the temptation is there.
It is.
And you wouldn't like to push your wife to where she will be tempted.
But I mean, they need a job.
I know, but you know.
What about the kids? Do you want the kids to stop?
So, right now, as I said, they need to do the most important thing, and that is to get a job and bring in money so that the kids can survive. But it should be on a temporary base.
True.
Once the man finds a job, or maybe when they are good, she should leave, because the temptation
is there.
Honey, don't leave, okay? It should be permanent.
Okay.
If your man gets the job and the ex is okay with you, like he's not pursuing, who doesn't like good paying job?
I think the woman was even a bit confused because the ex is still single. Then again, it's like, you know, immediately she sees the ex, there is this feelings.
Basically, that's the lady's temptation.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That I want to play like a devil's advocate here, because you have a husband.
Correct.
Your ex has everything.
Correct.
The temptation is there.
True.
And in as much as you want your family to survive, I think it's also dangerous. It's a very tough situation.
It is.
That's what it is.
So you think she should take the job or she shouldn't?
Because of family's sake, take the job, but Annie is going to be on temporary base.
Okay. So the man has to find a job then.
Yes.
It's going to be temporary. Yeah. And you two, you think
I agree. Yeah,
so
what do you have to say, sir? Sir in the back.
One thing the man should realize is it's the lady's ex for a reason. So the lady chose you, the current spouse, and had kids with you. The fact that the lady is going to work for the ex doesn't mean something is going to happen. You are in need. It all boils down to communication.
Do you think she should take the job?
Of course, definitely yes. Absolutely, 100% yes.
Guys, what do you think this lady should do? She should take this job or she shouldn't take it? You know, just let us know in the comment section. The next question is, I'm 25 and he's 30 years. We are planning on getting married and he is all that I need in a man. I love him so much, but he's getting on my nerves these days. When we met 3 years ago, I really opened up to him. This was to let him know how honest I am, but I think it was the biggest mistake ever. He wanted to know the number of men I have been with, and I told him 8 men, and he told me he's been with only 2 women, and he can't trust me. He thinks I'm still promiscuous. No day passes without him making a reference about it. Now he thinks I have been with more than 8 men. Now I am worried about the future. Even though I love him, I can't be with someone who doesn't trust me. I'm tired of talking about this over and over and over again. What should I do? Was I wrong for being so open?
I said it earlier on. When you meet somebody, I think the past should be the past. If you bring the past, you give the person opportunity to judge you. And me, if I meet you, I don't care about your past. I will focus on your present and the future. I don't care about the past. So the fact that he's even doubting you before you get married, that problem is going to be there. And trust issues are one of the problems in marriages and relationships. So I think if you're already having trust issues, that is a red flag.
I agree with what Opoku said right now. If the guy is doubting you, you need to leave the relationship, because just as he said, marriage is built on trust. The next time he'll see you maybe hugging a guy, he'll be like, oh,
you did something with him.
And with her second question, I personally think it's not wrong to tell your spouse or your partner what happened in your past. I will look at my spouse and assess him. How does he think? If I am telling him my past, how will he react to? There are certain spouses, it will be okay if you let them know of what you did in the past. Others too will not be okay. Some prefer getting to know the truth from you than hearing it outside. What if you guys are having dinner somewhere and somebody comes,
hey, you have become very pretty.
and your husband will be like, who is he? And then you start the story. Oh, he was my high school lover. So I would prefer to let my partner know of my past, only if I get to know him more.
Yeah, so I would say the same thing. I mean, to a point, you were not wrong, but then again, I feel like something should just not be said. I don't know. You know, we are women. If a guy says I've dated 8 girls in society, it's okay. There's nothing wrong. But as women, you'll be judged. So as a woman, there are certain things that I feel like you should just keep to yourself. You have to study him to know who he is, or even if it's a woman, study her to know who she is before you can really talk to them about something. To a point, you were not wrong for being open, but then again, you should have studied who you were with. Again, you are a young woman, you're only 25. There are so many fish in the sea, honey. You don't need a man. If you think he's going to doubt you, imagine if you're married what he's going to do. You don't want to put yourself in that fix. You don't want to put yourself in that situation. So honey, I would say that if he's still doubting you and he still thinks you're being promiscuous, even though you're not even married, pack your stuff and leave. Okay, it will hurt at first, but then it's for your own good.
And I think if you meet a person and you tell the person, I think I don't want to talk about my past. My past is my past.
Correct.
Please focus on my present right now. If the person doesn't like it, then the person is not right for you.
Correct.
The past shouldn't have anything to do with your present.
What I would like to say is you should be careful with what you say, because these guys or ladies, they wouldn't ask you, oh, tell me about your past. What is your past?
Yeah.
It's through your own mouth that he will get to know about your past. Maybe something will happen. And
You'll be like, oh, I remember this guy.
if you don't want your partner to know about your past, watch your mouth.
And then, as I said, if you give him a reason to doubt you, he's going to do it. If it's something, when it is revealed later, it's going to cause a problem in your marriage, then you need to let her or him know. Give the person the opportunity to know you.
Your new self.
You know, your new self.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey said, if you meet a person and the person asks you about the number of people you have dated, it's 2. Whether you have dated 6, 10, it's 2.
Isn't that a lie?
That is a lie.
That's a lie. I thought relationship is being honest. So if you go ahead to tell him just do, it's a lie.
I'm talking from Steve Harvey's point of view.
You want to add on? Or no?
2 words.
Okay.
Boy, bye.
Period.
First of all, relationship is built on trust.
Yeah.
So it's better for me to get hurt now and walk away.
At least you're not married.
Yeah, and you're so young.
I'm still young, 25.
If your partner has a trust issue, it's one of the luggages people bring to
I
marriage.
know. We're
It's
the...
been recording all this while. though.
No, we stopped.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh, you didn't know?
Now it's even recording.
It's still recording.
Oh.
That's why I said continue. You are making a very valid point.
Do you remember what you were saying?
Trust,
Really?
trust,
Trust.
trust,
Trust.
Trust.
Wow, I love these answers. The third question. I have been going back and forth with this guy. Even though I know I shouldn't be with him, I am also scared of starting over, and my job location and type makes it hard to meet new people, and that's why I still end up with him. Apparently they've been together for back and forth for 7 years. So I am 33 years and I guess I'm used to the toxicity. He only responds to me lovingly when I give him money, food, clothes, or anything nice. He is jobless and can't afford to fend for himself. I am planning on marrying this guy because I feel I am dated out and everyone at work is getting married. I am actually paying for the marriage, which will cost $15,000. I told him to at least pay for my bride price, which will cost only $1,000. So it doesn't look like I am marrying myself. I brought this up and landed in an argument which has left us not talking for 3 days. My only problem is I am scared of being single the rest of my life. Not to talk of the comments I receive from my family and colleagues. What should I do? This is real life situation.
I know. Firstly, honey, age is just a number. And you said you've been going back and forth with a guy for 7 good years. And you know it's not going to end well. So why are you still in that relationship?
She feels like she'd be dated out or she'd be single for the rest of her life.
No, she said because of her work and her age, she can't meet new people. No, honey, you meet new people every day. It's just because you are dating that guy, so you are not opening your heart to new people. A guy who cannot even fend for himself. How is he going to fend for you if you guys get married? And one what got me pissed off was when she said he doesn't want to pay the bride price. Ladies, it's okay to pay for the wedding. It's your dream wedding. If your man doesn't have the money for your dream wedding, you can support, you can help, but don't ever pay your own bride price.
Correct.
That is so disrespectful. If you guys get into an argument, he will be like, well,
I did not ask for your hand in marriage. You married me. So if you're not comfortable, you can leave.
he wouldn't care. Leave that guy and let people talk. At the end of the day, it is you that is going into the marriage. Your mom, your dad, nobody. Your colleagues at work, nobody. It's just you and the guy in that house for the rest of your life.
Right.
So do what pleases you, but leave this toxic relationship. Leave. It's so disrespectful.
Yeah, I would say love yourself.
Correct.
You need to love yourself before you can love somebody. And until you meet the man that will worship you. One time I saw a story on Facebook and it was like, I bought like a ticket for my ex. He refused. He didn't even try to even go on a vacation with me. I met a new guy and he just gave me a ticket for my dream vacation. Until you meet the guy that will give you everything you need, do not settle for mediocrity.
And no, when he says everything you need, it's not only about money.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking
not
about that.
everybody.
In general, everything.
And thank you for bringing that point, because I'm not talking about money.
Yeah.
Women need protection. Until you can provide that kind of security for women, you can have all the money. They will still live and do certain things if they know you got their back. That's what they want. Do not settle for less.
I'm old school. I believe that a man should find me. But then again, what is so special about a jobless man who doesn't care about you, only says nice things because you give them food, clothes? He doesn't like you. He doesn't want you to be in your life. So you are paying what, $15,000 for the wedding? Why can he not pay $1,000? Honey, you don't want to be in such marriage and start regretting, because this man will dump you any day, anytime he wants to, because he didn't pay for bride price, he didn't pay for wedding, he didn't pay for nothing. People are even enjoying being single now compared to before. Okay, because now you have your own money, you have your own job, you can travel the world, you can do anything. Spoil yourself. Know who you are. Don't wait for a man to come and pamper you. Just do it for yourself. And you don't need a man to be happy. You don't need a man to be satisfied in life. You also have issues. So I think you should try and figure out what these issues are. Go ahead and just leave.
Stop comparing yourself to others.
Correct.
Let them keep talking. She said, my colleagues at work, my
I
family.
get married. Yep.
Let them talk, honey. Do not rush into marriage. Marriage is a long time commitment.
It's forever.
It's not something that, oh, let me go and try
And come out.
No, marriage is a long time commitment. So do not listen to somebody and rush into marriage.
The next question. You noticed on your partner's phone that they have been in contact with their ex. Your partner shows you the text and they are friendly. Is it okay for your partner to continue texting their ex?
No. A big fat no. X is X. No.
Correct. Francis, what do you think?
I think it all, comes down to trust.
So first of all, why are you texting your ex? I don't care if it's
so
just
it's
hi, hello.
Friendly now.
No.
But the next time
It might not be.
you will trust your husband, right?
Your wife, yep.
Listen, I'm a lady. And if
My
a
wife.
lady you don't know what is inside the head of that lady. Some ladies will be in the relationship, they'll be like, oh, this guy is not good for me. They'll go out. And when they see that, oh, they have made a mistake, they don't care. In this our generation, they will tell you, if I want it, I'll go for it.
Oh yeah.
So why should your husband still be contacting your ex? No, that's not right. Because today it's just friendly test. The next day,
meet me in the hotel.
yes, and your husband will start hiding his phone. Because although he wouldn't be thinking of doing anything bad, but he wouldn't want you to be seeing those messages, and you'll be suspecting, where does it go again?
Yeah. So if you texting your ex is gonna cause a problem, which we all know it is, don't text your ex.
Probably you wouldn't have told me till I probably saw something. No, I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm sorry. Somebody say, well, you're jealous. Or someone will say, oh, you're toxic. It's just ex. No, I don't care. Even if it's my boyfriend, like, nah. Not to talk of husband. Oh, no. it's not happening. I was in such a situation some time back, and I told my husband about this ex decided to reach out. Oh, you look beautiful. I'm like, okay, thank you. And the next moment, he was trying to be funny. You're not about to text me, you're not about to do none of that. How did you even find my number? So immediately I told my husband about it because I'm not about to risk it. But I blocked him. Period.
And especially when you are married, I think you need to set out boundaries.
Correct.
And there are certain compliment, thank you, but it shouldn't go
beyond that.
there.
What I would like to say is, what I would like to add is that, you know, one thing about these exes, they will start bringing memories.
It's true.
And meanwhile, maybe you did not do that with your husband.
True.
Your husband will be like, oh, yes, I remember.
And now you'll be expecting your husband to do the same with you.
Yep.
And if he doesn't do it, it's a problem.
Don't do
X is X,
Don't
X
do
is out.
Yeah,
X,
don't do it.
fry the X and eat it for breakfast.
What?
Teresa is giving us some bars here. Can we hear that again?
X is X. If you like fry it for breakfast and eat it.
Eggs.
Okay.
Okay, careful.
Teresa got some bars.
Bad.
Next question. You and your partner have been together for 6 years and recently decided to take a break from the relationship. After both of you got back together, you found out that he or she was with someone else during the break. Would you be okay with it? Would you still stay in the relationship?
For me, I don't support break. What is break? It's either you are together or you are solving your problem or you are not together at all.
As for me, I'm not going back into that relationship.
Yeah.
You said they have been dating for 6 years. 6 good years. And you guys just have a break. I think the reason why people have breaks in the relationship is they just want to have some time and reflect on the good things they had. And when they get back together, they work on it. But here's the case. You went out with another person, and we have been together for 6 good years. Why should you go out for another person? What if we are back and you still have feelings for that person that you went with?
Yeah.
So if you went for somebody, honey, stay with that person.
The first mistake that you will do is to ask for a break. The fact that you guys were able to agree on a break, I don't think you should come back together if your partner has gone for a different person.
When you're on the break with your partner, you guys don't communicate. You don't know what is going on with your partner.
I would like to put it like we are not in speaking terms for some days.
Even it's not healthy to be on non-speaking terms for days. That is not healthy.
If you ask me for a break, then you are trying to tell me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Let me go and explore either men or women, and let me come back to see if you're really the one for me.
Guys, let me share just a little secret about Jenny, what she told me.
Oh wow.
She's like, if her husband, if they have even some kind of misunderstanding, they make sure they solve it that night.
Oh yeah.
Before they go to sleep. So if you are having some misunderstanding with your boyfriend or your husband, you guys solve the issue before you go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, being married teaches you a lot. There's nothing that we cannot solve before morning. I mean, it's okay for everybody to have their own opinion and have a little misunderstanding here and there, but what you do after that misunderstanding is very important. I mean, once we take the break, the relationship has ended. So the next question is, you and your partner have been in a stable relationship for over 3 years, and you recently found out from a third party that he or she has a criminal record from 12 years ago. When you confront him or her, they say you don't need to know as it's in the past and they have changed. What will you do?
That was why we were saying sometimes it's good to let your partner know about your past. What if he killed the former girlfriend?
If you did something in your past and you realize that in case it is reviewed, if it's gonna cause a major break in your relationship or marriage, then I think you need to say it.
You even found out from a third party.
Definitely, if I'm with you, I might find out and you don't tell me about it, and I find out from a third party, I can trust you. Probably be looking for a job. Your partner might try finding a job for you. Do you have any criminal record? And then she happens or he happens to find out, oh, she did have, and I never knew. This is something heavy.
Yeah, one thing I would like to add with the third party thing is, in most relationships, if possible, you should avoid third parties.
Correct.
Because they create some kind of confusion.
I even heard of this story that this lady who continuously had miscarriages, and because of that she had an issue with her husband, so she decided to leave the house. She realized, I think when she left the house 3 weeks or a month later, she realized she was pregnant. So she called her friends. She's like, okay, this is what has happened, but I'm not with him anymore. We haven't broken up. We are still married, but I just needed some space. What should I do? And can you imagine, a friend told her that, oh, go and abort the baby and live your life. She decided to call her mother-in-law, and her mother-in-law told her, come home. So when she went home, the husband was there. The mother-in-law solved the whole issue, and then they went back, and now they have a beautiful baby girl. Be careful who you talk to. Be careful who you call a friend in a relationship.
When you get married, you form two circles. One for you and your family, and the other one for the extended family.
True.
Make sure nobody from the other circle gets into your circle.
These questions are what other people are going through. So if you follow Jenny and you have any kind of questions such as these, anything about life, you can DM her. Trust me, she has good advice to give.
Thank you, girl.
Yeah, these situations, it's not personal issues. We don't know anybody with that situation.
Yes. Continue to watch
Until next time,
Mensa.
it's Jeannie Mensah on YouTube. Bye bye.
I love these. I love them so much.
You did not let me finish.
Oh my god.
You that you are watching, you that you are listening, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend.
I know, my god.
Until next time, I salute you.
Yeah, I love you guys. See you. Bye.
Bye.